Yo, what's up, bro?
Black History Month, bro. That's the first and foremost. Well, is this gonna go up in February?
Yeah,
Okay. Happy Black History Month to all my black people and
but
all my
actually, maybe we'll see, bro. I don't even know.
good bad y'all. If it's not Black History Month, my bad, y'all.
Yeah, today's February 20th, bro. You never know, bro. But I'm Henny. This Anubis. I got the cat today. I got the
Yay!
cat today, bro.
Yay!
YouTube told me I had to
Uh,
put the cat in the video, so I got the cat today.
I mean, you treating it. It's not on no like Hassan type shit, right? Like it can leave freely
Yeah, look, he's on his tree by choice. He
by
could,
choice. No shot collar. No.
nah, he could get up. There's no collar up here, bro.
Oh yeah, I don't work here,
He
man.
can, he can get
Um,
up. He could get up, walk around. Look, he wagging his tail like a dog, bro.
mm, good cat right there. Shout out Anubis.
Yeah, good.
Anubis and Black History Month. That's such a great timing, bro. It's such a good name for a good month.
Yeah,
You know,
good cat.
eat it.
But we talking about dating today, bro. Dating in 2026 and how we're cooked as a race if we don't get our act together.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see what you got conjured up.
All right, so boom. Can we talk about how people don't date for love anymore? They date just to be with a person. Like it's never like people don't get into like boyfriend and girlfriend like or like relationships these days thinking about like the future or marriage or spending their life with somebody and really trying to uplift them. Nowadays, it's more like you just want to beat. You're doing it for the optics, just to say I have a girl. Like you're like wasting time essentially. And most relationships don't really go anywhere these days.
Think that it's a lot of things that start from that conversation, but I think the root of what's going on here is convenience is a top priority to people in relationships, right? What can they do for me? What can I get out of them? That's like at least top three thing on people's mind when they're talking to somebody,
So it's
which
like
that's
it's
not
transactional.
unfortunately it's become transactional, yes, because there's so many options that aren't really options, really perceived options. Because there's so much perceived options, now I don't want to just pick anything. I want to pick the best thing, and to pick the best thing, I got to see what do I gain out of that. What do they add to me for me to see that this is the best? So yeah, it becomes a whole bunch of pretty much like for convenience. Like how is this gonna be the best for me? So I think it's a combination of that and inability to delay gratification because to get to that love that people want, it's the eye of the storm. There's the storm walls, and then it's the middle where nothing's going on. You have to delay gratification for that. You have to get to know people. It's kind of like a puzzle piece. You have to pretty much become two different puzzle pieces where you actually fit with each other, but you have to cultivate that. People aren't trying to do that. That's why you ever heard the term, most people haven't heard it, but social media, whatever. This one woman said, don't come to me with potential. Come already potential. Come already potential. I don't care if you have potential. Be already complete when I meet you.
Okay.
That is not a good. I can see why, for convenience, why you want to do that, but that's not a good way to think about it. Because I already told you what it takes to get to the actual love. And if you're invested into something, you care more about it than if you aren't invested into something. Kind of like when your parents buy you stuff as a kid and you break it, you don't really care too much. You're sick about it, yes, but you will be more sick if you bought it with your own money and it broke.
Mm.
There's no investment. You don't care. Like if you built the love with me, you would care more than if it was already given to you. If that makes sense. So
Yeah, I think people are rushing too fast into relationships. They're not really letting it like settle first, because obviously like the honeymoon phase when you first meet a person, You want to know everything about them. You want to do everything together. You want to talk to them 24/7. You always want to see them. Like, but in that time period, now you're saying, well, I want to be with this person, but you don't really know that for real because you don't know them. You're still like getting to know them, and I think like it's also based off of what type of person you are and how you got this person in the first place, right? So if I'm
Mm,
manipulating a girl as a guy, right? And I'm only saying
mhm.
the things she wants to hear, doing the things I know she likes, but I'm doing it just for the chance to be, and then going through that honeymoon phase, and then making her my girl. It's not gonna last in the long run because the foundation was built on manipulation and falsified feelings. It's not really like it's not real.
For long-term relationships, you shouldn't manipulate. If you're trying to speed run, I'm just telling you the truth. Anybody listening, if you're trying to speed run, you probably should manipulate because you're not there for a long time. You're trying to get to your goal as fast as possible. That's what kind of clubs is, kind of hookup culture. It's a
Mm,
bunch of masks, switching masks, getting data, using data to tweak your character to appear perfect pretty much and to speed run to your goal. If you're in it for the short term and not looking for love, you probably should manipulate. But if you're looking for love, like I said, what you start with, you got to finish and continue as. So if you present yourself as this, money making Mitch, in the beginning, you got to keep making money because that's our foundation.
yeah.
You can't change that no more. Like you could change. There's only one more chance you could change it later, and you have to get a girl that's very forgiving. You have to lie in the beginning, get her to like you, and then rescind the lie. And you gotta hope she doesn't leave you off that. She already likes you at this point, so she might forgive you if you justify why you did that. But it's not smart. It's not a smart move.
So boom. Nowadays, being 2026, right? Everybody got social media, cameras. It's all about the optics, right?
Okay.
Why should I play the long game, Mr. Nice Guy? Because you know what they say, nice guys finish last, right? Why should I play the long
Okay.
game, be Mr. Nice Guy when I can realistically like push the line with it and get what I want?
Think about the longevity. Remember. Pushing the line with it, social media, all that stuff. By push the line with it, what exactly do you mean before I answer? I don't know if you what do you mean by push the line with it?
Push the line meaning like doing what I gotta do to make sure that the bag is secured, rather than really like, oh, being myself, I'm gonna take my time because I feel like nowadays things move so fast. The girl, especially if she's a 10 out of 10, 8 out of 10 good looking girl, she's gonna have a million niggas in her DMs. She's gonna have like your competition is gonna be fierce. So by me taking my time, I'm low key like ruining my chances because I'm not gonna be so fast or like upfront with my intentions.
The benefit of taking your time is still being true to your own character, bro. Remember, if you have to change the way you are, you have to stand on that. So if I'm not a person to rush, to not rush, because she's a 10 out of 10, right? When men, at least, when no, for both genders, because you know who's watching. When a let's say a man, let's start with man. When a man sees a 10 out of 10 girl, what is the first thing he tries to do to secure a 10 out of 10? He mentions his money, his status, or his power. It's one of the three because he
Mm.
thinks that's what women want. When a woman sees a 10 out of 10 man, what is the first thing that she tries to do? Keeping it a being. She
Oh.
tries to manipulate using her body. It's some type of sex. It's the
Yeah.
truth. She think that's what men like. Men think that's what women like. So the problem is, if you're not like that, by the way, you're because they're a 10 out of 10 halo effect going on. You are acting like every other guy in her DM. Every other guy doing the same thing. I got cars. I got a Rolls Royce. I got an Aston Martin. I got a big pool in my backyard. All of y'all are just doing the same thing. So it comes down to now who looks the best, right? And it gets to a point where it becomes like static. If you're a girl with 99 plus matches on Tinder and y'all all doing this and the openers all the same, Did you fall from heaven? Are you in a magazine? Are you a model? It gets boring. You've seen the videos already. The guy who's unorthodox, the person who's themselves, that is also attractive. Don't ever forget that. That's important. That person stands out, and that person most likely will get the girl. And he'll also keep her because he started as himself. And he'll stay himself the
Mm.
whole time. So yeah, you start to blend in once you, because we're all gonna do the same thing. We're gonna see the 10. We're gonna try to flex something to get her, but everybody's doing it. So now it comes down to what? What does it come down to after that? We all look the same, but the dude that looks also attractive, but he's like, I'm not gonna lie, don't do this. Don't do this if you're ugly, bro. I'm be real. I'm not gonna lie, I ain't know what to say, but I think you look good. Type shit. I wouldn't do that, but that's just an example of somebody trying something different. That shit might work for you. That shit might
Okay.
work for you.
So let's say an average guy like us, right? What can
Mm.
I do that will put me above, let's say, somebody that's objectively better looking when approaching a female?
Objectively better looking.
Yeah, so he looks better than me. Like this is based on like first impressions kind of thing, right? So she
Yeah.
doesn't know about like our jobs, our status, our money, our like all she sees is two different guys approach me. One is objectively better looking. What can I do as an average guy to like boost my chances of being with this 10 out of 10 girl?
I'm gonna tell you what you could do, what I think. There's only two things you can do. Don't be chopped. You said he's better looking. That doesn't mean that you're chopped.
Mm,
Just don't be chopped. That's the starter pack. Can't be ugly, bro. Be
regular.
above average if you can, please. Just a little bit. I ain't saying be a 6 in the rating department. 5 is the average. Be a 6. As long as you're not average, you're above average. It gets to a point where if he looks better than you, whatever, cool. I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole. He looks better than you, cool. I think we should do after that. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, bro, but be yourself. That's the only thing you can do. I know it's like, oh, bro, like be myself. I'm a fucking goofy. I'm a fucking blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But like I said, you're trying to cheat the system being anybody else. It's not gonna work in the long term. Now, if you're saying, like I said, if you want to do the short term, lie, manipulate, try to game, be like everybody else, play the player look, do all the little funny shit, get him information as fast as possible, shape your character into that while she doesn't know you still. Ask about her ex. He did XYZ wrong. Be the opposite, and then just try to speed run. If that's what you're trying to do. But if you're looking for love, love is long term. Love is everlasting. Love transforms and transcends time. You have to be yourself. Like, what else can you be? Like, people gotta stop thinking of other shortcuts, bro. The shortcuts are gonna get you fried. Shortcuts are gonna land you. Think about it right now. Realistically, a lot of people are out here doing shortcuts. You said that people are getting into relationships too fast. But the problem is that I'm not a scientist, but you can look it up. The data shows that people aren't getting in relationships at all and ain't having sex at all. So we're talking about the people that are getting into relationships then. But on
Yeah.
average, the bonding of two human beings is transcending down because what there's no root. What are we both chasing after? People ask people this all the time, whether you're religious or not. You can think the concept still makes sense. I say this: I am looking for the love that was intended when God created the feeling.
Mm.
When the purest form, no human interact, no money, status, fame, sex, none of that. What was that feeling? Because remember, you had that feeling when you were a kid, when you had no influence, no TV, no nothing. You felt natural feelings that you spawned with. I'm searching for that.
Mm.
That's what people should look for again. We should reject shortcuts, hookups, all that, and go back.
Go
Like
back.
how it says return to monkey, return to what it was when you spawned. Because guess what? Everything when you're a kid was easier and you enjoy life more, bro.
True.
Everything. You were happier about everything. You know?
Yeah, bro. You see the
The
ice
more
cream
you
truck,
know,
bro? You in that bitch screaming.
you doing a cartwheel and you get the bum ass SpongeBob
Like
with
the
the jump.
eyeball that's like
That was the
down here.
eyeball.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were happy. You were
Hmm.
happy. You were happy. Everything's bad now, bro.
So
I don't know.
what's causing this like downwards trend, right? Because we see examples, Kai Cenat, T Banks recently. We have friends that are in marriages and relationships that have cheated, that have seen other people. We have people that are in relationships for like 4 months, 3 months, 6 months. It never like things aren't sticking these days. And like why? Why not?
I think people don't know what love is.
Mm.
What does it mean? What does it mean? If you ask somebody that genuinely, go leave this call later. Go ask anybody in your Discord. Just be like, what does it mean? People can't really give you an answer because especially if they describe it. Tell me now what is it what is it made out of, right? So if you ask me what is love made out of, right? Sacrifice, understanding, evolution, very important, very important. You hear people, we drifted apart, we blah blah blah. No, bro, no. You guys fell we fell out of love. Uh
So if I'm
no,
married to
no.
somebody for 20 years, right, and I
Mm.
cheat, do you think I never really loved them, or what happened there?
Um I think that you lost the plot.
Mm.
Are you with somebody for 20 years and you still cheat? You have 20 years of ups, downs, sacrifices. I bought you this, I cooked you this meal. We went here, we shared this experience. I suffered, I got laid off from my job, but you held me down. Um, I got a promotion. We had a kid, our kid's first day of school. How do you share so much experience with somebody and still turn your back on them? It's weird, right? Perfect example. Typical, hey, shout out Black History. Standard white male. He'll get hired at a job at 18 from a factory and he'll never leave that job until he dies. They just gave me a chance, man, when I was young. I had no experience, man, and I don't know. I just stuck with the company, man. That nigga got love for the company. He ain't never switch up. No
Mm.
matter how many other jobs offered him money, no matter how he didn't care. He stayed solid because he loved that job. You love your wife and still cheat. What's the difference between you and him? I think what somebody really loves their job, and with love comes loyalty, and somebody really don't, and that's why they cheated.
I don't know,
They
man.
really don't.
Bruh, 20 years is a long time. And
Okay.
I feel like as a species or as people, we will always be attracted to the new shiny thing. Now, I'm not saying that I feel like hot take, because I mentioned cheating because I feel like that is what ends most relationships these days. Some form of cheating. Oh, you went to the strip club. Oh, you texted this girl behind my back. Oh, you seen this girl behind my back, and then it just
Mhm,
progressively gets worse, right? And
mhm.
obviously we could go into the men cheat because they want to cheat and women are emotional cheat. Like we've heard it all. I think it is possible to cheat and still love that person.
I think it's possible, bro. I don't think it's possible. You're not thinking about the pain that you are causing them. You would never hurt your cat on purpose because you love your cat. You would never. But why would you purposely hurt your partner? You don't. You can't love her. I
People
think it's an equation
selfish.
that just can't. So then you can't. What is love? It's selfless. You have to be selfless. You have to be selfless when it comes to love.
But we're also not perfect, right? We're humans. Can people be selfless 24/7? We all have we all have flaws, right? Not everybody can be 100 stats in every category. Some people have to be like the people that mess up.
Mm-mm. I think that when it comes to something as intricate, as deep as love, you can't. There's no switching up, bro. I feel like there's no switching up. Like you can't be in love with your. Remember, there's love and then there's in love. There's a level
Mm.
to it. Most people don't ever reach that tier, but in love is like for people who never felt that, right? Think about LeBron James or any athlete that's at the peak of their game. They're in love with the game. They ain't never quit. They're going to retire. They're going to get forced off their team, forced out of the NBA, the NFL before they leave. They're in love with it. They will not cheat on the game. They will not go play hockey. They will not go play badminton. They will not a basket weave. When
Yeah.
you're in love with something, there's nothing else. There's no other option. And when you love somebody or are in love with somebody, there's something called value, where you value somebody, then you have to do a risk assessment.
Mm.
Is this worth it? Is this worth my marriage, my relationship? Is this worth it? And 20 years of experience, a lot of things on this planet will not be worth it. 20 years of a good marriage that you've cultivated, overall good. Nothing could really beat 20 years of experience. I don't
I
what could you
agree.
compare it to?
I agree. It's not worth it. If you're, let's say you're 45, you and your wife are 45, and you meet a 22-year-old girl, this is gonna be crazy. But you fuck her. Um, Epstein, by the way. And
I think Epstein was going lower than that, but
but
I think he's going lower than that.
I understand why you did it. She's the young, attractive, new shiny coin, right? But it's actually not worth it. It's like, okay, you fucked. Now what? Once you get the post nut clarity, you're actually fried.
It seems like a lot of what you're kind of like, there's like a core thing that's being like circled in these events that you keep bringing up, and it's people's inability to resist temptation. I know they have to be perfect, but I feel like it's a sign of weakness. How
Mm,
come because you're tempted with something, you just fold? Is that what's going on here? Because, like, is that what's happens here? Whenever you're offered something, you just okay, and you just fold. You have a whole marriage of 20 years, and because a 22-year-old girl offers you like I guess to beat, you just you just fold. Like where like you're weak, bro. You're weak. Bro, if that's not what you really want to do, don't do it. Like, and if you really want to do that, you shouldn't be married anymore.
mm. I just bring that up because it's so common. Like we always see the rich people get with women that are like 10, 20 years younger than them, and then we just have to like accept it. Like it's
I don't know what people are together for. That's the weird thing about it all. Like you kind of said earlier, people that are together, what for? Like why are you with each other? Like why? Like genuinely ask yourself, why am I with this person? Because the why keeps you from doing bad stuff. The same way I know why am I eating the chicken, rice, and broccoli? Because I want to get down to a certain percent body fat. I have a why that reinforces my actions. Why am I married to this person? That why will stop me from doing a lot of stuff. People don't have a why. Like you said, there's a convenience. I'm just with you because you make me look better. I have a fine girlfriend, a fine boyfriend. I'm not lonely anymore. I have somebody to lay in bed and whatever, or text me at night. There's no strong whys. There's whys, but the whys are extremely weak, and the whys are easily replaced, bro. There's no reason. That's why in a traditional Christian marriage, they have a bigger why that will unfortunately send them to hell too, to stop them from doing stuff like that. And it's God. You can't do it,
so.
or I'm gonna boom you. Like
It's interesting you brought up a Christian marriage. What about in religions where it's okay to have more than one wife? Do you still think they're loving both wives, or is it
um,
automatically flawed because it's more than one person?
I think they could love both of their wives. They could love both of their wives. The problem is people worldview from the very beginning in their malleable years, especially change how they grow up. Like if he grew up and that's his religion since he was a kid, his brain has pretty much formed that he could love two people.
Mm,
Like I think that's it's yeah, it's kind of like how you can have a kid and you teach him racism and he's extremely racist as an adult.
yeah.
It's like whatever you start as a kid, that's why obviously propaganda and stuff like that. That's why back in like 2019, for example, they banned child targeted ads because children are very malleable. You cannot when you're young, bro. I could tell you whatever I want, and that's it's gonna probably work on you. So he's a young buck. He's married. He's in his religion, and he says religion says you can have two wives and you can love them equally. He genuinely will love his wives probably equally, especially if he's rooted in religion, especially. So yeah, the same way a Christian would love a actual person that's following their religion, would love their partner because in the Christian religion, at least, I think it's God, the husband, the wife, and everybody else. That's like the order. So people have to kind of like follow that order. So
So